Hi and welcome to the Cult TV Sofa. This is a reaction video for the 11th episode of Season 3 of Buffy the Vampire Slayer called Gingerbread. You can check out the full reaction for this video on my Patreon channel. Check out the link in the description below. Last time we saw Angel have visions of people that he had killed throughout his life, or death. Oz wanted to get back into a relationship with Willow. Angel sought help from Giles due to the increasing number of visions he was having. Giles was understandably wary, but still researched how to help him and did what he could. The visions were taking their toll on Angel, and Buffy and Giles found out it was the first evil that was creating them, and it was encouraging Angel to kill Buffy. To stop this from continuing, Angel went to the top of a hill to await sunrise so that he could sacrifice himself to save her. Buffy went to talk him out of it, but a Christmas miracle occurred when it started to snow in a heat wave and the sun wasn't visible. So let's see what happens in this episode. I'm going to put any relevant trivia that I find over here, and at the end of the reaction I'll be discussing what happened and my thoughts about it. And I'm going to start it in 3, 2, 1.
Is it a vampire?
Oh!
I thought it was about time for me to come out and watch.
Ooh, that's not a good idea.
But it's such a big part of your life, and I'd like to understand it. It's, something we could share.
Ooh. Part of me thinks it's a good idea that she actually does see what's going on. But then another part of me thinks it's a really terrible idea, seeing what's going on. From a mother's point of view, I can't decide whether it'd be good or bad for her to see it. I'm completely torn. Would it really put her mind at ease, seeing what she does? Or would it terrify her, seeing what she does and knowing that she's out there doing it every night? Don't know. It is good that she wants to see it though and get involved. I just don't think she's going to like the result. Oh well, I think we're about to find out. Thing is, she's just a distraction.
Oh my god. It's Mr. Sanderson from the bank.
She knows him.
He's getting away. Stay.
Oh, what's going to happen to her? Oh, well, bank's got a new vacancy. Is that a girl? Young girl dead. Maybe she's having a nap? Yeah, that's probably the worst thing she could have seen. A child dead. At least she wasn't attacked. I thought she was going to be attacked by something. Oh, there's two. It was really dark and the lights on I couldn't see. Girl and a boy both got a symbol on their hand. Sort of sacrifice? Ceremony?
You can't make it right.
Can't bring them back.
Just try and calm down. Don't tell me to calm down.
It wasn't a vampire.
No, there are no marks.
There were marks.
There was a mark, a symbol. There. Find me the thing that uses the symbol and point me at it. What?
Does that recognise or what's that
Well, the use of a symbol on a victim like this suggests a ritual murder, an occult sacrifice by a group.
A group of
That's what
human
I said.
beings.
Not necessarily. Surely creatures have ceremonies as well. We've seen that, haven't we? No, we've seen humans have the ceremonies and sacrifices for the demon or to get a demon there. We saw the chanting last week of the... were they human? The ones with the no eyes? Were they human or demons? Don't know. But my immediate thought was some sort of sacrifice or ceremony. Just didn't think human. Well, I didn't think just human. I thought in general.
I wonder if you're not letting yourself get a shade more personal because of your mother's involvement.
Oh, it's 2 children dead.
Giles, find me the people that did this. Please.
That's a bit detached of him.
Hey. Hey.
Oh.
This is a burrito. Damn straight.
Not awkward at all.
Hey, Amy. I like your new hair.
Amy's
Seen you out
back.
there. Where you been? Not with me. No, sir. Ask anyone.
That is going to be so awkward.
They were like 7 or 8 years old. My mom found the bodies during patrol last night.
Oh my god.
Kids?
Why is Amy here? When they got some sort of ceremony or sacrifice thing going on, is she involved? It's always weird or something. There's always a reason that character is brought back all of a sudden. So she's must be involved in some way.
No, the point is she's completely wigging.
Who's wigging?
Oh.
He thinks it might be something ritual. A cult.
A cult. Like witches.
Yeah, there's 2 right there.
And Buff's mom was just starting to accept the whole Slayer thing, and now she's gonna be double freaked.
Yeah.
This hall is about school, and you're about home.
Keeps her life separate.
I have to help.
Well, Giles can always use help in the
I
library.
called everybody I know in town. I told them about the dead children. They're all just as upset as I am.
Ooh, what she told them?
We're setting up a vigil for tonight for City Hall. The mayor is even going to be there.
Was the mayor involved?
Well, I'm sure there won't be all that many people.
Ah. Well, that's not necessarily a bad thing. I mean, that's just a vigil for the children. It doesn't affect the investigation.
Making an effort. My mom's probably standing right in front of me.
Oh.
Mom?
Hello. I didn't know you were going to be here. Oh, hi, Bunny.
Bunny. Bunny Summers.
Hello, Joyce.
Oh, she remembers her name.
I must find you in this crush. Oh, this is,
Oh, I think it's a bit awkward still.
Well, it's been a while.
right. Not since,
I saw you had your clothes on.
There's a rumor going around, Mr. Giles.
rumor about us?
About witches. People calling themselves witches are responsible for this brutal crime.
Oh.
Seeing you all here proves what a caring community Sunnydale is.
What about the kids' parents? Where are they?
How many of us have lost
They'd
someone
normally be at a
who just
vigil.
disappeared? Or suffered neck rupture?
Huh.
And how many of us have been too afraid to speak out? This isn't our town anymore. It belongs to the monsters and the witches and the slayers.
Ooh. This... Oh.
I say we start by finding the people who did this and making them pay.
Ooh. Well, obviously, yeah, nobody talks about this stuff. She's now talking about it in a public forum. Her of all people, when her daughter is the Slayer, you can see the look on their child's face, especially. Yeah, shocked that she was bringing it up. But everyone is applauding. It looks like, yeah, everyone knows this, but no one's ever spoken about it. But now Joyce has. They're agreeing with her. Ugh, that's not going to be... Well... Again, I'm a bit torn. In a lot of ways, it is good that they're talking about it and doing something about it. But I have a feeling it's not going to be good for Bunny. I don't think I recognise that person. Oh. Said that's why they often come back, the characters. Oh. Oh. Yeah, I got nothing.
People like him gotta learn a lesson.
And what about people like me?
Get in my face and you'll find out.
Oh. I love the way she kind of she dipped her head in like that. So like gangs against witches.
Everyone knows that witches killed those kids.
We don't know it was witches.
Besides, witches didn't do it.
Actually, I think they may have.
Oh,
One piece of information I need that's in a book that Willow borrowed. Can you find it?
book that Willow borrowed, and she was there with the symbol, but she's obviously not involved.
You assume because I am here, she's here, that I somehow mysteriously know where she is.
Those her books?
Yeah, she's in the bathroom. I'm getting sick of the judgment, the innuendos.
No, that's your guilt.
You are guilty.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's your guilt that's drawing things out.
Like Oz. You know, that steely gaze, that pointed silence.
He always did that.
He speaks volumes with his eyes.
The symbol.
What is this? A doodle?
That's not going to cut it.
That symbol was on the murdered children.
Kids, step back, stay away from the lockers.
She didn't know, I don't think, that symbol's on the bodies.
What are they looking for?
Witch stuff.
Yeah.
The symbol is harmless. I used it to make a protection spell for you, for your birthday.
A protection spell.
Ms. Rosenberg, my office.
Well, with any luck, it wasn't magic stuff, it was just drugs, so she'll be off the hook. Fingers crossed. Oh God! The library! All his resources!
Willow said she used it in a protection spell. It's harmless, not a big bad. So then why would it turn up in a ritual sacrifice?
Yeah. Kids weren't really protected.
You get out. And take your marauders with you.
That's a big thing to say to him. He could fire you.
Just how is blood rites and sacrifices appropriate material for a public school library?
I did wonder that in the past.
Lift a finger against me and you'll have to answer to Moo. Mother is opposed to the occult.
And who came up with that lame name?
How about that?
I believe you call her Mom.
Surprised Snyder hasn't fired Giles for that. All those books. Probably have justification, to be fair.
Identification with mythical icons is perfectly typical of your age group. It's a classic adolescent response to the pressures of incipient adulthood.
I can't remember, but I'm assuming she's a psychiatrist or something.
I can do spells.
You think you can, and that's what concerns me. The delusions.
Prove it to her?
Oh, I'm not acting out. I'm a witch. I can make pencils float.
Show her.
And I'm dating a musician.
Oh, Willow.
I worship Beelzebub. I do his biddings.
Oh,
I'll bow before Satan.
I'm not listening to this.
well, that's a bit far. I'm not going to help.
You will go to your room and stay there until I say otherwise. And we're going to make some changes. I don't want you hanging out with those friends of yours.
So is this natural, what's happening, that the way things are escalating? Part of me can see it could be if everyone groups together, or the parents grouping together like this thing. They might not have done things individually, but now it's coming together as a group, they might escalate things like this. Or is it a spell or something that's making them do all this? I don't know what the end goal would be. I mean, it's obviously distracting Buffy, and it's getting rid of witches. Don't know.
I don't want you seeing that Willow anymore. I've spoken with her mother.
Yeah, this isn't natural. There's something going on, something supernatural. Because I don't think she would stop her from seeing Willow.
He'll get most of them back.
Most.
Moo just wants to weed out the offensive material. Everything else will be returned to Mr. Giles soon. Those books have no place in a public school library.
I do agree with that.
You have to let me handle this. It's what I do.
But is it really? evil pops up, you undo it, and that's great. But is Sunnydale getting any better?
It might be getting better, but we've seen in the episode with the wish that without Buffy, things could get a hell of a lot worse.
I have to go on one of my pointless patrols and react to some vampires. If that's all right with Moo. A nice acronym, Mom.
There's bad people out there.
And we can't sleep.
Not until you hurt them.
The way they hurt us.
So that answers that question. So she's seeing the ghosts of the kids and they're influencing her to do all this. And maybe not just her, everyone involved. So not keeping so much distance anymore then. So are they kids who died? Because say we haven't seen the parents or anything.
People die in Sunnydale all the time. I've never seen anything like this.
It is different when there's kids involved.
I do know it's important to keep fighting. I learned that from you.
And so things can get a lot worse if she doesn't fight.
We do it because there's things worth fighting for. Those kids, their parents.
Yeah, parents. So she's noticed we haven't seen the parents.
No, I said fad, and I'll say it again.
Oh, he's got no books. He's got to resort to the computer.
Take heart, we found your books. You can put the harp back. We can't get them. They're locked up in City Hall.
Ooh, in City Hall with the mayor. So, is the mayor behind this? Has he done something to get Giles's books away, to take Buffy's support away from her? That kind of makes sense because we've seen the mayor as well. Again, characters popping up when we haven't seen them for a while.
Where do they go to school? Who are their parents? What are their names?
They're just two children. Who are they? Yeah.
Two children found dead. Mysterious marked note. These children were found near Omaha in 1949.
Yeah, they ain't ours. Keep going.
That's them.
1899, Utah. 2 children. Rural community torn apart by suspicion.
It was every 50 years.
There were more articles. Every 50 years.
Episode's called Gingerbread, Hansel and Gretel. The picture made me think of it.
A cleric from
The
village
drawing.
Gretenstrasse, age 6. Hansstrasse, 8.
Hansel and Gretel.
Mom, I see what you're doing. You're challenging me, but I will not have you communicating with your cyber coven or what have you.
How did she know she was talking to anyone? She was on a computer.
Now all I can do is let you go with love.
Let me go? What does that mean?
Yeah, that's pretty ominous.
A fringe theory held by few folklorists.
Fairy tales are real.
I don't understand how Hansel and Gretel relates to this, though,
Hansel and Gretel?
from what I
Wait.
remember of the story.
Hansel and Gretel? Breadcrumbs,
Yeah.
ovens, gingerbread house?
What's that got to do with what's happening?
Some demons thrive by fostering hatred and persecution amongst the mortal animals.
Which is what's happening here.
Hansel and Gretel run home to tell everyone about the mean old witch.
And then she, and probably dozens of others, are
Gets
persecuted
mobbed.
by a righteous mob. It's happened all throughout history. Happened in Salem.
Say in witch trials.
What happened?
I was attacked.
Officially not funny.
By whom?
My dad.
Whoa.
They're talking about a trial down at City Hall.
Oh, literally Salem witch trials.
Mom, we really have to talk. I have to go.
Oh. I think she's about to go to trial.
No, we need to talk alone. Look, there's more to this than we...
Oh.
You were right. It was easy.
I told you.
Blimey, she got the jump on Buffy. Bunny.
You have to stop them.
Can she see
You
them?
have to make them go away.
So it's witches. They, I suppose with Hansel and Gretel, yeah, it was the witch. So they're drumming everyone up, getting into a hype about getting rid of witches. So we're Amy. So that one kid, Amy, Willow.
Mom, there's no cure but the fire.
Okay. Oh, Amy, Willow, and Buffy.
Buffy? Buffy?
God, I'm gonna set fire to them. Oh.
Cordelia.
Took you long enough to wake up. My hand hurt. I came over here to tell Buffy to stop this craziness and found you all unconscious. Again. How many times have you been knocked out? One of these times, you're gonna wake up in a coma.
Wake up in a...
Let it go.
What's with the grim?
They're working together, the two of them, though.
Good morning, sleepyhead.
Mom, you don't want this.
Her hands are free.
This has been so trying. You've been such a champ.
Oh, you too, Joyce.
We should stay close. Have lunch.
Are the books they're burning, are those Giles's books?
I'll give you a witch before thee let the unclean thing crawl.
Oh.
She couldn't do us first.
Yeah, she's alright.
No, another step and you will all feel my power.
Maybe we should go.
But you promised.
So yeah, they can all see them.
It's about lifting a veil. It should make the demons appear in their true form, which with any luck will negate their influence.
Okay, so the kids aren't kids, they're just what they're appearing as.
Well, sounds like she's right. Above us?
Do American buildings really have vents like that everyone can just sneak into and get around? You see them in films and TV programs all the time. Are they really like that? Because that's an awful design if they are. They're definitely not like that in the UK. You think they would spray them with petrol and set fire to them? Would it be quicker? Not that I'm voted for burning them to death, but...
You toyed with unnatural forces. What kind of a mother would I be if I didn't punish you?
They're obviously not going to die. Are they going to remember all this when it's all over? Good as a weapon against them and to put the fire out.
Cordelia, put out the fire!
Oh, right.
They're pretty poor at setting fire to things, aren't they, really? Like I said, a bit of petrol. They've been there for ages. You know, if you're going to make an event of it as well, have some sausages or something to cook on it whilst you're waiting.
Hinter falschen Gestichten.
Yeah, not as cute and innocent as two kids. Yeah. So it was one big demon that was looking like two kids? That's a bit weird.
Kill the bad girls.
Don't think that's going to have the same effect now.
Not as convincing in that.
Yeah.
Did I get it? Did I get it?
We're here to save you.
Yeah, good job. That was brilliant. She measured a giant steak and was bending over there. She couldn't even see if she'd killed it or not.
She's doing that selective memory thing your mom used to be so good at. She forgot everything.
No, she remembered the part where I said I was dating a musician.
So they do remember it or just ignoring it again.
Okay, should we try this again?
Let's do it. I conjure thee to withdraw.
Oh, they're trying to change her back. Are they sure it's her?
Maybe we should get her one of those wheel thingies.
So they could. I mean, they're sure it's her. It's not just like a random rat they've picked. Yeah, obviously, as a rat, she can't cast a spell. You think you'd cast a spell with a time limit on it, but it was an alright episode. Had some good bits and some bad bits. I don't. Okay, so well, not say bad bits I don't understand. The symbol on the children, was that just there to cast guilt onto witches, make it look like witches had done it? Was that just the entire purpose? And it was just coincidence that we saw Willow casting a spell with that symbol. The symbol actually had nothing to do with the deaths at all. They didn't actually die. Although they would have been bodies. Well, there were the bodies of the kids. You shouldn't have been in the morgue. And the two kids were separated and taken away separately. So how can there have been one creature? I don't quite understand that. It was good that we saw, in some ways, saw the parents or the adults admitting something's going on in Sunnydale for once, rather than it all being covered up. But it looks like now it's all just been covered up again. I don't know whether we're going to see some more of that maybe from her mother in the future. God, can you imagine if that had all happened and gone according to plan and they had died, Willow and Bunny on the stakes? Imagine how the parents would feel afterwards. I assume once it had all worn off, that you basically killed your children. Ugh. If she wasn't traumatised before, her mother would have been certainly traumatised after that. Yeah, the mayor didn't have much of a part. I thought it was going to be more involved. I think it would have been good if he had been, to be honest. What about, I mean, if there were clues there, let's say the book's been taken to the city hall and, I don't know, this did point to the mayor. It would have made sense that there was a purpose behind it to weaken Buffy. Again, I don't know how Giles is still working there. I'm surprised with all those books, you'd have justification really for firing him. Having occult stuff like that in the library, and for what was going on, certainly, with the literal witch hunts that was going on, I reckon they could have fired him. So I'm surprised they didn't. Obviously, it's good they didn't. We saw Xander and Oz working together, which was good. Things were awkward at the beginning, which they knew they were going to be. It's obvious they're going to be awkward. And Xander's just making it even more awkward by drawing attention to everything all the time. Kind of just needs to, if you want everyone to get over it, just let it go, really, and just I'm assuming it's his guilt that's making him act funny about everything. Yeah, it's a shame in a lot of ways that everything's going to go back to normal again I'm assuming next episode. From what they just said then, the parents are just ignoring things again. In a lot of ways, I think it would have been good if people would acknowledge things more in Sunnydale and acknowledge the monsters. I think that would have been interesting, but I kind of get they need to keep the status quo, really. But that's, yeah, in some ways it's a bit of a shame. So yeah, let me know what you thought about this one in the comments below, and I shall see you for the next episode. Be seeing you.